Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faces scattered throughout the four corners of the earth through captivity. Start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai Ba'asher B'chai Kadash, the name of who the world generally calls God, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, in the ancient Hebrew, and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this Yapa truth. I wanted to get into this internet censorship that's been increasing over the last several years as a result of the exposure of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's lies and deception, all right, that he is used to maintain dominance over the planet, okay, over his subjects here in America. And we see that dominance, that those lies through that exposure, that his power is starting to diminish, all right? That perception that the people had of him being benevolent, right? He tied that name, fucking white, to him. That connotation of him being pure, to deceive the people into thinking he's benevolent. All that shit is being uncovered, all right? And shameful spewing is being casted upon this fucker, his false glory, all right? Because he has nothing but atrocities in his track record. Rape, robbery, and murder throughout the planet, all right? All this man's dirty deeds are being, the light is being shed upon them, okay? And he's going to do his fucking damnedest to try to put a lid on the main proponents of this exposure campaign that's going down online through the prophets, the men of Yahweh Shai, primarily them of Great Millstone, the apostles and elders on down. Okay, those are the main ones engaged in this exposure campaign on this fucking devil. All right, from his track record, all right, what he's been up to as it pertains to, his conquering campaign, how this man is heavily rooted into Satanism, witchcraft, and the occult, all right? The fact that this man is a straight up complete deviant, okay, and is completely profligate without morals, all right. So all these things are being brought out, and he's putting measures in place to try to put a lid on primarily the prophets. That's the most precious information that's going out on these on this digital agora, the digital marketplace. All right, it's the most precious, invaluable pieces and bits of information that's being spread. All right, so they are the main ones he wants to fucking shut up. Okay, it says still unsettled question in Washington is, to what extent should the government regulate social media? All right. During last week's vice presidential debate, both candidates weighed in on the question during a discussion about censorship. Okay. Let's jump down. It says, some critics compare the internet to the Wild West with no laws and the ability for terror attacks to be quickly planned, for children to be easily targeted, and for misinformation to spread like wildfire. Okay? And they implemented that fact-checking software, these different fact-checking engines that they put in sources, whatever the fuck you want to call them, into the these different platforms, okay, to pretty much alert the people of misinformation, but it was actually on the fucking contraire. All right, the things that they were labeling as that it was fact checked to be false was actually the truth. Okay, and that's how Esau he'll blur the lines between shit. He won't necessarily just come out straight with a motherfucking lie. Okay, he'll blur the lines between things. He'll make things ambiguous. All right, that's a part of his witchcraft as well. It says, if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose control. We lose total control. All right, so this thing is about fucking control. All of this man's form of media, which the internet indeed is, his mediums, right, are for control. Okay, it's for social programming, social engineering. Okay, a simple breakdown: social going into your society, the fucking people, and engineer just means to pretty much steer them in the way that he wants, to engineer them in according to his fashion. Okay, and that's how he does it, through these different mediums. And one of the main forms now that people digest is through the internet. Okay, these fucking smartphones, where they're pretty much attached to you 24/7 for the most part. A lot of these people, right? Okay, so they just told you it's about control. If they don't moderate, monitor, and control, Slovakia, and regulate all that shit, right? They lose total control. So that's all it's really about. All right, and the fact that this thing has gotten so unregulated, this man's gonna reel the shit in, so to speak. What is that in Revelation 12? Right? Revelation 12. And 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so this man is on the fucking is on the depletion. Okay, it's winding the fuck down. It's dwindling out. Okay, and in that, he's going to scramble and come down with wrath. Okay, he just straight out told you that it's about total control. Okay, and it's not just the social and psychological effects. They're saying it's real harm. It's, child corn and threats of violence, things that are terribly wrong, right? Which are things that he fucking promotes, things that he propagates, things that he propagates. Okay. It says, online free speech advocates say controlled by the government is precisely what the First Amendment was designed to protect against. Okay, so everything in this place, everything what this fucking place stands for, America, the new world, the free world, all these things that it pitched and promised to the people. Okay, it's being exposed that it was nothing of the sort, that this was their enterprise, right? The enterprise of the elites. And to think that it wasn't about the full regulation and control of its subjects, you know. Well, now you fucking know, because it's all being brought out, okay? It says the government is not supposed to have control over public discourse. The First Amendment ensures that the public is able to share their opinions and exchange their views with the broader society without government interference. And that's a fundamental aspect of our democracy. But once again, it's being showed that all the so-called fucking values and rights of the people that it promised, it was never the fucking case. All right, that you were going to be subject to oppressive fucking measures. All right, and this man, as it said, is going to come down with great fucking wrath. We're going to see these measures become draconian. All right, going into dragon as well as serpent, the squeeze being put on the people. Extreme draconian going into extreme pretty much consequences for even the smallest of infractions. All right. So far, Congress has only passed one law attempting to rein in a big tech company. It requires TikTok parent company ByteDance to divest or face a ban in the United States. And why is that? Because of all the exposure that's been coming out on that platform, all right? From the middle of Yahweh Shem Shai and even subsequent sources, all right? And this is all for the primary purposes of choking up the word of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay? Not only the elites, what they think is their agenda, their purpose, what's going to benefit them. This is ultimately by Yahweh Shem Shai. This is the work that he's performing, okay? Because this word is more valuable. It's more fucking crucial to you than food, man. Straight up. All right, this is the most precious thing on the planet. Okay, the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. And also think about this. What is the main thing, you know, despite all the exposure and everything that these men are warning and exhorting the people to do, to come back to the Heavenly Father. Okay, with whatever you fucking do to seek your power. Okay, and in that to not go against him in these fucking major egregious ways that we are commanded to warn the people not to fucking do. It's just gonna straight up say it like that. All right, liken it to see, basically the things that the prophets are bringing out is fucking centrifugal to your salvation. Okay, your salvation is incumbent upon you heeding the words of these men. Okay, warning the people not to, for example, take the fucking juice. Okay, that was the start of it, and then ultimately not to take this man's fucking mark. All right, the digital all, the subdermal implantable device. Okay, that ultimate warning that's being fucking shouted from the rooftops by the apostles and elders on down. Okay, ultimately the Most High doesn't want masses of the people to even heed that warning. Okay, because it's prophesied that the masses are going to take that and be fucking destroyed. Okay, so ultimately the Most High, what does it say? Seek out by Shemal Shai while he may be found. Okay, until he go and he hide himself. This is likened to that. Okay, that your chance was ran out, and ultimately you rejected of Yahweh Shai. Okay. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shai. Okay? So that's what the famine is going to be. And that famine, if you want to get fucking real, is worse than you starving to death. Okay? You being starved out of this word. What does it say? I will esteem the words of Yahweh Shai more than fucking food. Okay? It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Shai, and shall not find it. Okay? Why, see, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Okay? Faint for the thirst of the waters of this word. Okay? That's able to cleanse and revive you and give you life. They're able to quicken you. All right? This is in Amos 5:13. It says, therefore, the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. And what time is this? Well, it tells us down in the 18th verse. Right? In the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the day of judgment. Okay? It mentions in 2nd Esdras 9, the day when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai himself, his spirit, will return and visit the world which he made. Okay? So yes, no, Yahweh himself, the entity, he's not going to come down here. He fucking destroy everything in sight. Okay? He's going to send his son, but Yahweh himself is returning in the form of these different destructive events. Okay? These different methods and form of destruction. See? This is the day of Yahweh, man. Okay? This day of ultimate fucking darkness, as it said. Darkness and no light in it, right? That's the day in which the prudent will keep silent, all right? In the evil time, in these bad fucking times, man. All right? Because the word already went out. See? The Most High is not fucking mocked. That you're over here straight up insulting the Most High, insulting his intelligence over here. Think that you can fucking deceive the Most High into making him think that you didn't know, and now you're good and you're on board with it. No, the Most High is gonna fucking snatch the opportunity away from you. Okay. And finishing off in Psalm 27:5. Okay, and this is one of the primary purposes why the men of Yahweh Shai are not only gonna not be on the highways and hedges, but he's gonna shut their mouths because they're gonna be mobbing out. Okay, they're gonna be camping out, so to speak, out there on that military expedition, that this final one that's going to require a pilgrimage of pretty much being in the wilderness, man. Okay? History repeats itself. What's written aforetime was written for our learning. Jacob's trouble is going to befall this fucking place again, but in the worst uh, levels of it, the highest levels that they've ever happened, because we've had the times of Jacob's trouble before, but this is going to top all that shit. Okay? It's going to be ultimate fucking mayhem and carnage into the nation of Israel that's going to require them that to even survive are going to have to be off grid. Okay? And that's one of the primary purposes of the prudent keeping silent in that time. They're going to be straight up hidden. The elect, hopefully, Lord will, we be a part of that number. But that's going to be the case for the elect. All right, Psalm 27:5. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock. And when you go into hide, it means to be concealed. Okay? So we won't even be fucking within eye shot and visible of these people. Okay? And it also means to be pretty much to be hidden from destruction. Meaning the destruction is not even allowed to see you, let alone to, metaphorically, destruction, doesn't have eyes, but, it's like into a simile or a metaphor, okay, that he's going to hide you from destruction, okay, and in that, they're going to be, of course, hidden between the eyes, hidden before the eyes of these fucking people, okay, and on these social media platforms, okay, because this is the end. Because there's no fucking time left. The doors are, that time is done. It's over. Okay, the chance for, to latch on. All right. So this is it. This is that time, the time of the famine of the word. This is the end of all things, man. Okay. But as it said, the beginning of immortality. Okay, for the elect, for the first fruits, and for the nation of Israel, and even for the heathens. Okay, but that's after this destruction. Going into that second Esdras 4. Okay, this destruction has to come first. All this evil and bad times, man. Okay, and it's just. Okay. So with that, I'll praise honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Al Shai, Shem Ruchak, Shalom.